let's go right ahead. Just look right at him.
Sure.
All right.
I believe the judge had asked for these briefs in part to determine whether he even has the discretion to impose a sentence other than life.
Exactly, Brendan. That was my understanding too, was that he was asking us to give our opinion from our client's perspective on behalf of them, whether or not he has to give them a life sentence or whether or not he has any discretion in that regard. And we think that based on a plain reading of the statute, that he does have discretion to give less than life.
And that's based on the construction of the statute that says and or.
The operative part, or operative word, if you will, is or, and we were talking about it a little bit ahead of time. If somebody is convicted under the murder for hire statute, it says you can be sentenced up to 10 years, and I'm paraphrasing. Or if personal injury or death results, which according to the jury's finding that happened in 2 instances, that it says and you can be sentenced, in addition to what I just said, and life or a fine of up to $250,000 or both. And so it's a very simple argument that you read it for what it says, and the judge can sentence him to either life or a fine, and could do something like sentence him to 10 years based on the first part of the statute and a fine. The judge can certainly also sentence him to life based on the conviction and the reading of the statute too, but he has that discretion, we think.
And so assuming that legal argument carries the day and the judge determines he does have that discretion, you get to step 2. Should he sentence all 3 of these defendants as something other than life? And your argument on that is what with respect to John McCarroll?
Mo, what about...
Your argument was what based on with respect
well,
to John McCarroll as to why he shouldn't be sentenced to life?
And I know you've read my submission, but we're obviously asking for the judge not to sentence Mr. McCarroll to life. And I've made some arguments in the brief as to why, even though this is an extremely serious case, and the convictions are what they are, that based on his personal characteristics, his age, his relative lack of criminal history, he doesn't have any felony convictions, he was not the trigger man, that a sentence of substantially less than that would be appropriate. And I haven't, I'll ask the judge or tell him specifically what I think that might be when we get in the hearing, and of course that will be up to him.
All right, hey, well thanks, I appreciate it.
I hope it helps, buddy.